Today we're going to talk about how to create a brand new newsletter to send to our customers. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go down the list here and we're going to find Newsletter Manager, which is signified by the megaphone icon. We're going to click on that. It's going to take us to the Newsletter Builder screen. Now you can upload a template here if you've had storybook sites to create a matching template that matches the design of your website. You can do that, or you can use one of the basic stored templates, and I'll show you what one of those looks like here with the preview button. As you can see, very plain, has some dummy font to it. For demonstration purposes, we're going to use one of the stored templates to create a brand new campaign. Now, in addition, you can also upload contacts. So if you've been using a previous cart system and you've been using an outside third-party newsletter builder system and you have 150 customers who are signed up for that newsletter, you can import a CSV file. And what you would want to do is create an Excel document that has 3 columns. The first column would be ID, so basically that would be a numbered list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down the page. That first column is going to be numbers, 1, 2, however many you have. The second column is going to be the name of the customer. So if you were creating your Excel document, the second column you would just begin typing customers' names all the way down that column. The third column would be their email address. So basically you would have a small, simple Excel document file that would contain 3 columns: the ID, the name, and the email address. And then you would save it as an SCV file, and you would browse for that and upload it. Now, that's if you are needing to use that feature. So let's go ahead and create a brand new campaign. I'm going to click Create New. And we're going to get a pop-up window here that's going to ask us to name our campaign. So I'm just going to say New for November. And that is the actual email subject for this newsletter campaign. When someone checks their email, they're going to see New for November. And the skin, we're just going to choose the pink. Of course, you can get a custom-made one at Storybook Sites. The number of manual products. Now, what's nice about this is that you have the ability to add manual products to your newsletter without having to worry about HTML code. You can also have it automatically assign products to your newsletter. So I want to manually add 3 products. And then I'm going to hit Continue to Step 2. And so now I have the ability to choose which products I want to show in my test campaign. I'm going to choose sample product number 1. I'm going to choose test product and the Baby Nay pink and blue dress. And I'm going to select Add Product to Campaign. Now step 3 is to generate the HTML code. So no need for you to have to type out HTML code in order to send a newsletter that looks decent. So clicking on Generate is going to do the work for you. And so as everything begins loading here, alright, and inside this window here we see a little preview of our design. And of course you can delete text and type in your own. I'm just gonna just type anything here and anything here, anything you want to do. And then here are our sample products. So we see all these products that we entered on the previous screen automatically appear, and it has a link to the product, the image, a thumbnail, and it has the name, description, the price, and the More button, and that allows customers to click that button, go directly to your website, directly to that product, and read information about that product. And scrolling down here, we can save campaign. If you need help, there is a chart that shows you what all the buttons in the editor does. It's a very handy tool. We're just going to hit save campaign. And so now we've created our first campaign, and it has not been sent yet. However, I wanted to point out something here. We see the campaign name. We see last sent is unsent. It hasn't been sent. It tells me the number of people it's been sent to and the products. We have 3 products. And once I do send this email out to customers, we're going to start getting some information here on these other headings. You're going to get to see the number of hits that your newsletter generated to your website, the number of sales, and then the dollar amount of those sales. So you can keep track of what campaigns do well in case you want to run that campaign again. So let's say if you're running a sale on products and you let your customers know about it and it did really well and you want to do the same thing in 6 months, you can just resend the same campaign. So let's go ahead and send this email. Scrolling down here, there's also a plain text alternative. Some of your customers are not signed up for your newsletter with HTML options. Some of them have probably signed up for a text alternative. So if that's the case, you would just copy your text with Control-C, highlight and press Control-C, and then put the cursor in the box and push Control-V. And then it has a note here, please note the emails are sent in batches of 20 in order not to overload the server. So we can choose to send this to our CubeCart contacts or our uploaded list of CSV contacts. But I want to send it to the CubeCart contacts. And here again is the email subject. You can change that. And the sender's name. And your email address for your store. And of course your sender's name would be your website name. I wouldn't even mess with the unsubscribe link because it is auto-generated for you. And then the return path, which is where unsuccessful emails will be bounced back to. And then you have the option to choose a test email or not, and then whoever that test recipient is. And so let's go ahead and do a test email. Or actually, let's just do a regular send. And then I'm going to hit send email. And you'll notice time taken 1 second to recipients. The bulk emailer has completed its task. Now let's go back to our newsletter manager here in the column and let's look. And we'll see that it's sent it to 2 people, 3 products. And over time we'll be able to see how many hits this newsletter will get and what that looks like. And that's how we build a newsletter campaign.